Welcome back, everybody, to the Kalispell Warhawk Dynasty, where the Warhawks travel on the road this week and meet up with the Fresno State Bulldogs. It's game 2 of the year for Kalispell as they look to bounce back after losing to Texas, the same team that handed them their only defeat a year ago. Kalispell looks for win number 1 as they again will meet former Kalispell Warhawk running back Montrell Bonds. Now, we met Bonds last season against Fresno State, and he got injured very early on, and his season was ended. So he still has not played many snaps since leaving Kalispell, but he had a very good return in week 1 in Fresno State's big victory. He scored 49, he had 102 yards and 2 scores, and we're going to see this Bulldog offense right away here in week 2 as we are underway. And the Bulldogs will open at their own 25. These teams have another connection this week with head coach Neil Brown, the former Kalispell defensive coordinator, coaching his second game for the Bulldogs. And the first play is a completion, a gain of 6. Quarterback is senior Jeremy Parker, who had 3 touchdowns in the opener. He's protected here on second down and delivers outside to Matthews again, who is a little bit shy of the marker. Montrell Bonds, the running back, next to Parker. And it's a keeper to the right side, and Parker has enough to move the chains on this Fresno State opening drive. We're seeing an up-tempo spread approach. Now a screen out to Stokes, who is leveled by Shannon Somerville after what might be a gain of 1. Elliott Red, the single high safety. Third down. A deep shot and laying out Rocky Seymour. 36 yards for the senior. What a grab as he gets behind Ronnie Howard, who was cheating inside, with Seymour streaking right behind him. Bulldogs inside the 30 off the big throw, and Parker keeps again. Blocks in the secondary and tripped up inside the 15. That's a gain of 12. And Kalispell, with this concerning start, is going to think this one over. Never want to see the defense have to use an opening drive timeout. 1st and 10, caught by Stokes, inside the 5, it's goal to go. What an impressive start here for the Bulldogs. Montrell Bonds nowhere to be seen, empty look, and pressured on 1st down. Jeremy Parker sacked by Marcus Jordan. We know how good this red zone defense has been over the years. 3rd and goal, Jeremy Parker over the middle and caught for the touchdown by Rocky Seymour. What a start for Parker, going 6 of 7. Montrell Bonds did not touch the football on that opening drive, and Fresno State makes a statement. And Kalispell, coming off that defeat last week, can't feel too good after allowing a drive like that. The offense failed to score a touchdown against Texas for the 2nd straight meeting, and start with a run, and Jackson's laid out. Jim Jackson had 72 yards on 17 carries in his first start. Now to the outside, Luke Irvin right on target. It's caught by Nick Lindsay for a gain of 12. Lindsay had 61 yards in the opener. Now Jim Jackson, good cut, he found the opening. Across the 40, turning upfield inside the 30, and Fresno State brings him out of bounds after 32. A big run for Jackson, gets this offense on the move, and now Craig Booth makes the catch. Freshman tight end picks up 16. Quickly down the field. In the game, Sean Merville inside the 5 and brought down around the 1. Jim Jackson enters the game again. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and an inside run to the end zone. Jim Jackson with the touchdown. Both offenses start out impressively as the Kalispell offense has found the end zone at last. Something Fresno State did quite a bit in their first game. They had the most points scored in the opening week. And now Montrell Bonds gets the football but loses 4 on the swing pass. It's a very different offensive approach from what we saw a year ago. Caught by Seymour, coming back to the football, gain of 8. Tough spot here for Fresno State. 3rd down inside their own 25. Well protected and short for Bonds. He's met and driven out of bounds by Marcus Smith. What a physical play by the nickel corner. Nice to get that first stop. Now a 7-7 game and a powerful run ahead for Jim Jackson. Gain of 5. Lindsey slot right alongside Sherrod Edwards on 3rd and 3. Good protection. Irvin across the middle, and this is caught by the freshman Phoenix Chambers, who had a few plays in his debut. He had 4 catches, 42 yards. After the first down pickup, pressure arrives, and that is a sack for Curtis Graham. He got through Josh Schmidt, the starter at right guard. 3rd and 18. Now more pressure sent by Fresno State, and the Bulldogs pick up their first stop thanks to Justin Powell. That's a block you want to see Jim Jackson make. He came through untouched. Bulldogs football now inside their own 20. And Parker fires to his left where Seymour makes a leaping grab. That is near the 30, and he picks up 15 more. Kalispell secondary didn't play that well against Texas, and the struggles are continuing, but not here against Montrell Bonds. Well played by Somerville, and that brings up the long 3rd down. Kalispell drops back deep, and Bonds makes the catch underneath, and he won't get close. Bend but don't break defense there from Kalispell. They get the stop. The offense has got going quickly, but now the defense is starting to make some plays as the carry goes to Jackson. He's pushed back, and he's going to be brought down, not even getting forward progress. It's a loss of 3. Now it's Kalispell having to face the long 3rd down. Time for Irvin. He'll take a shot downfield. Caught by Chambers! He's gone! There's no catching Phoenix Chambers! His first career touchdown, everybody! It's from 76 yards. When we saw him in the preseason, I knew he had a chance to be a special playmaker. It's not taking long for him to prove that here in the regular season. 2 touchdowns already for Kalispell with this first quarter winding down, and still Montrell Bonds really hasn't made much happen. Fresno's been very pass-heavy, and their running hasn't been successful. 3rd down, Parker's almost intercepted. He got nothing on that throw, and he's lucky it wasn't picked. Good stop again for the Kalispell defense. And awaiting the punt back deep, DeHonte Jeffries. He took a kickback to the end zone in week 1. Here he finds the opening on the return. Across midfield, showing the speed again, showing some power as well. It's a 38-yard return. Even with Edwards no longer returning, they're still getting impact plays. Luke Irvin rolling out, and Edwards unable to hang on to this one. Sherrod Edwards did have a fair amount of drops a year ago. 3rd and 3, and another unblocked defender sacks Irvin. Chad Meyer this time, and that's going to bring out Brandon Hammond. And this one's from long range, 53 yards. It's good! What a kick from Hammond to make it 17-7. This Bulldog offense sure started strong, but not much since. Parker away from pressure. He just meets even more of it. He's sacked by Somerville. Again, 3rd and long. Secondary playing back for Kalispell. Here's a throw underneath. Edwards gets what he can. It's not enough, and that's another stop for the Fresno offense. Here in the 2nd quarter, Kalispell playing well, and Irvin has to get this one away. Good play by Jackson as he breaks the tackle and accelerates across the 50. I talked about how he doesn't get plays often of 20-plus yards. He already has 2, and carries again. Jackson brought down after a gain of 9. Very good start for Jackson. I'm definitely impressed. Now Merville, the carry, he's brought down. We're seeing too many unblocked defenders just making plays in the backfield. 3rd down now, a bit better situation, needing 4. Good coverage though. Irvin extends and throws complete. There's Sherrod Edwards. He spins his way inside the 20. Kalispell on the move again. Going empty on 3rd and 6. Escaping pressure. Irvin complete, but not for much as he does find Chambers. Out comes Hammond again. Kalispell with 4 scoring possessions already. Fresno just the 1. 4 minutes to go until the half. Parker up top and knocked away by Ronnie Howard. Jeremy Parker, a solid 14 for 18, now facing 3rd and 8. Pressured again, forced to his left where he escapes Walker, resets, fires, complete! Matthews has it and lost it at the very end. I don't know if that's going to stand. It will remain Bulldog football. What a play by Parker. Back to the air again, sliding and finding Stokes. Great pocket awareness by Jeremy Parker. He makes another big throw. Fresno inside the 30. Quick pass, Matthews, driven out of bounds after a gain of 9. Bulldogs trying to cut into this lead. Again, Bonds just blocking. Parker lobs it up into coverage, and it's nearly intercepted. That's a play you want to see us make. 3rd down now for the Fresno offense. Parker needs 10. He fires, and this time he's intercepted. Anthony Payne on the pick. He returns it up to the 30-yard line, and Kalispell finally has their takeaway. Great play undercutting that route. Payne is the new starter at inside linebacker this year, replacing James Huggins. Kalispell to the air now, and this is caught but out of bounds for Sherrod Edwards. Vincent joins the field now, 4 receivers, 3rd and 7. Complete to Chambers on the quick pass, and he picks up 11 more. Irvin targeting him early and often. Pressure sent. Chambers on the catch again. He's close to another 1st down. You just can't ignore how often he's creating that separation. Setting up the screen this time. Edwards' turn. He picks up the 1st, but not much more. Gain of 3. Staying with this spread approach. Now Maddox in the slot on 2nd down. More pressure. Irvin almost turned it over. You have to be ready for these pressures. They're disguising them very well, but they're coming. 3rd and 10. 8 in coverage now, and still they get pressure on Irvin. They've gotten to him quite a bit in this first half, despite all the scoring drives we've had. It remains a 20-7 game with Fresno State taking over. A lot of time. Parker airs it out, and he's intercepted again. Elliott Red this time, the rangy free safety. That's a 2nd takeaway for this defense. And they'll begin this drive just outside of the red zone. Here's Irvin on target again. Sherrod Edwards on the grab. That's a gain of 9. Kalispell inside the 15. 45 seconds on the clock. Dumped off to Jackson. He'll break a tackle and get 6. I love what he's doing in this first half. 2 tight ends in the game. Irvin looking to the end zone this time and intercepted. Undercut by Hunter, and Lindsey was open. But this throw was not in the right spot, and Fresno State catches a huge break. They'll run this, and getting some room here and showing some power is Bonds. And Fresno now wants to use a timeout and see what they can make happen. 30 seconds left. Parker up top at the sideline, tipped and intercepted again. Marcus Smith, are you kidding me with that catch? This was batted in the air, and somehow Smith got it. Fantastic coverage. And Kalispell now has their 3rd pick, and they'll get another chance. They still have 1 timeout. Irvin short. Edwards makes the catch and gets out of bounds with a gain of 11. We're seeing a lot of Edwards and a lot of Chambers here early on. 18 seconds left. Across the middle, and this time a one-handed grab for Lindsey. Kalispell stops the clock. 15 seconds left. Irvin to the outside now, and caught by Josh Vincent for a gain of 10. Still 12 seconds, but about 17 yards away. With 1 timeout left. Here's Irvin. Pressured again. He'll throw it up for grabs, and it's intercepted once again by Hunter. Forced into double coverage for Phoenix Chambers, and there was no chance. Wow, that is a horrible way to end the half. 2 interceptions in the end zone, not even the standard 1. At least we're still up 13 points. This game got very sloppy in the second quarter with 5 combined interceptions. We'll see if these teams can clean it up. Kalispell still has the lead, and they are throwing to begin this quarter. Here's Irvin with a lob, and it's perfect for Vincent. It's a nice throw, getting 16 yards, but we hopefully will see Irvin take better care of the football in this half. Jackson now the carry, and he gets 4. He had a nice first half. I'd like to see more of him here in the third and fourth quarter. On 3rd and 6, underneath again, Edwards stopped short. Fresno had solid coverage on that play. Fresno State still has yet to score since their opening drive, and they've been pass heavy the entire way. Here's Parker complete to Stokes over the middle. I'm shocked we have not seen more of Montrell Bonds. He still just has a handful of carries. He motions out here, he's just blocking again. On 1st down, Seymour was out of bounds, but this is ruled a catch. He was clearly like 3 steps out of bounds. Can we not talk about that situation? No? Okay, whatever. 1st down, Fresno State. A lob to the outside. Edwards with this one. He gets out of bounds with a gain of 10. Fresno State now approaching field goal range. A new set of downs and a quick pass that is through the hands of Matthews. Good coverage on the play. The coverage has definitely stepped up for Kalispell since the opening quarter. Here's a 3rd down draw play, trying to catch this defense off guard with Bonds, and not even that worked. Just 21 yards for him. Bulldogs do score again, now a 10-point game, and some tough running here from Jim Jackson. 11 yards. Already, I think this is one of the best games I've seen him play. Another carry. Jackson falls ahead. That's a gain of 4. Jackson's playing the vast majority of snaps too, even here on 3rd and 5. Irvin completes to Lindsey on the out route for a gain of 7. This drive will continue. 2 receivers to the right side. Jackson runs that way. He spins and finds another opening. Jackson outside the numbers, down the sideline, breaks a tackle in, down to the 1. How about the big plays today for Jackson? That's 2 runs and a catch of 20 plus. Now running on 1st and goal, touchdown, Sean Merville, easy. It's a 3-score lead now for Kalispell, 27-10. Fresno State has to be feeling that pressure now, down 17. Parker a lot of time, and wide open, a catch for Seymour, wow. He's all alone, but he has to extend, and he does get the toes down. That's an NFL catch right there. On 2nd and 10, more time for Parker. He lobs one downfield and again complete to Rocky Seymour. What a game he's put together. He had 9 for 119 in the first game. He's close to that now. Here's Griffin now, and he's brought down by the face mask. Free 15 yards. Fresno State looking for the answer. They're not far now. Out of the full house pistol look. Here's Parker again to the sideline. Now it's Daniel Stokes. 15 more. The secondary struggling on this possession. Now they run. Bonds runs over a defender and gets a few yards closer. 9 carries now for Bonds. On 3rd and goal, Parker's going to keep it and score easily. He got a huge block on Bill Long, and that makes it again a 10-point game. Fresno State will keep it interesting. Here as the 3rd quarter winds down. Play action now for Luke Irvin. He'll dump it off to Trey Dunn, who falls ahead with a gain of 4. Kalispell still in the I formation. They need 1. Jackson carries and does not get it. Stood up by Kirk Porter. Big 3-and-out forced by Fresno State. They take over, 10-point game. A little bit left to go in the 3rd quarter as Daniel Stokes makes another reception, this time getting 9. He's up to 8 grabs. 3rd and 1 for Fresno. Kalispell gets the stop this time. It's Trey Walker with the quick hit. Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and we are still in this 3rd quarter, up by 10. Here's Jackson, good spin, he falls forward and gets 7 more. I think this is easily the best game of his career. Two backs on the field now. With pressure arriving, Irvin is taken down for the loss of 8. That's going to make it 3rd and 11, and Fresno State has another chance to force a 3-and-out. They bring more pressure, and again sack Irvin, this time back around the 20. This right side has had a lot of trouble. And you have to give credit to Fresno State and how they've kept it close here in the second half. Still a 10-point game. Everybody covered. Parker sacked again by Shannon Somerville, who's put together a very nice day. On 3rd down, pressure on the way. Parker lost the football. Trey Walker recovers. Kalispell takes over. Now it's our turn to bring some pressure, something we don't do very often. We pick our spots, and picked perfectly that time. Sack fumble for Anthony Payne. Kalispell football, Jackson carries inside the 10 and again falling forward. Goal to go for the Warhawks. They bring motion. Off play action, firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Craig Booth. There's the freshman tight end, Irvin's 2nd score of the day, and now, finally, a 3-score game. Now down 17, here's Jeremy Parker, he'll throw it deep, and it's intercepted! Nick Robinson off the drop, he has it! And the Warhawks will take over again. Just a big mistake by Daniel Stokes, he had it! It bounced right off his hands, straight to Robinson. A 4th interception for the Kalispell defense. And now running, Jim Jackson gets about 5 here as again he falls forward. He's done that all game long. To the air on 3rd and 6. Caught by Chambers, and there's another 1st down. Phoenix Chambers gets 21. He's had a big day receiving. 3rd down again for Luke Irvin, and the pressure's there. He's taken down for another loss. This time, Curtis Graham, who gets his 2nd today. This has been the one thing that's really concerned me, is all the pressure Kalispell's allowed. 34-17. Jeremy Parker back to the air again. He fires outside. He's intercepted once again. Down the sideline, Jermaine Kent. He's outrunning Montrell Bonds, and he scores! 5 interceptions of Jeremy Parker. What a game! That's 6 takeaways for Kalispell. That has to be close to a team record. I'm not exactly sure myself. There's time for more, but this one's caught by Brian Matthews, a gain of 18. Fresno State not quite done. Down to the red zone. Parker 2nd down. To the end zone and coming back for it. Seymour did not get into the end zone again. Fresno wants one more touchdown, and they'll run it into the end zone with Ryan Anderson, not Montrell Bonds. And that's going to about do it here today. A great win for Kalispell in a very interesting game. The Bulldog offense got out to a really good start, and Jeremy Parker was highly efficient. But we started to force some turnovers, and things began to kind of fall apart for that Bulldog offense. 5 interceptions, another forced fumble recovery, 6 takeaways total. Big game for Phoenix Chambers. Best game I've ever seen from Jim Jackson. A lot to like here in Kalispell's first win of year 13. If only we didn't have those interceptions, although here was the first one. If it's a little more to the left, it's probably a touchdown. Second one though, that one was garbage. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking on that. Wanting to make a big play with Chambers, I guess. He's been really impressive to start this year, and he's kind of outshining Sherrod Edwards, who has struggled to separate. He's not a great route runner, and that's one area where Chambers is a lot better than him. I would compare Sherrod Edwards to Sammy Watkins, a receiver who can do a lot of damage on screens and deep balls, and I think he's more elusive than Watkins, but I don't think he's going to be like Julio Jones and run all these great routes with that size and speed combination. Whereas Phoenix Chambers, I think, with his route running, might have a higher ceiling. With Game 2 in the books, we look ahead to our third matchup of the season. It'll be against the Penn State Nittany Lions, who are also 1-1, but they come into this game unranked. They have a new quarterback this year in Zach Walker. If you remember back to the offseason, he's actually one of the fastest quarterbacks in our league. So we're going to have to be ready to spy and make sure he's not picking up a lot of yards with his legs. But this is a highly talented Nittany Lions roster, top to bottom, and it should be a very good test again. I expect this to be tougher than this last game, but we'll see if they can give us as many issues as Texas did. One thing I really want to see is, can Jim Jackson at least show the same skill that he showed in today's game? That's the first time I've really seen that, but also it's against slightly lesser competition. So I want to see Jackson show he can do that against a formidable foe. And we'll see that next time, everybody. Thank you for watching today's episode. Please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I will see you again with more Kalispell Warhawk Dynasty soon. Have a great day.